excited that you're watching this to hear more about our amazing retreat coming around the corner. It is my favorite time of the year because I think retreats, there's so much great education, motivation, inspiration, and of course, recognition. So we are really excited for all of you to attend beautiful Cambria Pines this year. The Cambria Pines Lodge this is my 26th year doing our retreat there. And I love it because everybody has their own house and a fireplace, and the food is amazing. But the training that I have for all of you this year is actually going to be off the charts. So if you've never know about Cambria and you're not really sure where we're going or what your director is talking about, I'm going to have you watch just this little video clip, and then we're going to talk about the retreat. So let's take a peek at Cambria and a little bit about this beautiful location that we are in. Okay, so let's watch this real quickly here, and we're going to go. Here we go.
Halfway between San Francisco and LA, the coastal town of Cambria is the perfect getaway for Californians looking to decompress from life in the city. It's got everything you need. Great food, lots to do, and an easy vibe that gives you insight to what I'd call California culture. Take my list of top 5 Cambria experiences in this order, and they'll make for the perfect day on the Central Coast. First up, check into the Cambria Pines Lodge, where the craftsman-style cottages have comfy beds and a fireplace for those cool fall evenings. Built in the 1920s, its classic California decor includes a fireside lounge and a restaurant with an outdoor patio that makes breakfast here the perfect start to the day. When you're done eating, stretch out and enjoy the fresh air and scent of eucalyptus with a walk around the beautiful gardens out back. After breakfast, head out to the beach just south of the Piedras Blancas Lighthouse to meet some of the locals.
All right, there's your clip on Cambria. It is a beautiful location. And on Saturday, there's always a few hours where we just let you loose in the town. Some of you might go to Hearst Castle and visit beautiful Hearst Castle. Some of you might hang out down at the beach or take a drive or just go in town and shopping. And it's such a great time because the whole town is decorated for the holidays, which is great. So it is an amazing opportunity for you to come and get some great education. Now, the retreat is casual, so you can wear slacks, no sweats or holy jeans. So we're trying to just keep it all really just kind of upscale casual. There we go. But it's going to be great. And I want to share with you some of the amazing women who will be at this retreat. Well, I could not be more excited. And this year I invited lots of nationals. And then we've had some extra nationals jump in with us also too. So let's talk about our beautiful training. Okay. Oops, I'm hoping to share this here for you. Oh, there we go. I'm coming back here. All right, let me try that again. All right, so let me just share our beautiful nationals that will be with us this year. Well, first off, we have amazing Brittany Jenks. I asked Brittany to come because she's a newer national. She's full of energy and full of information, and she is going to just pour into you along with her $1 million director, Lindsay Kramer. And they're coming from the East Coast, and it's great to be able to have them there. And then also to National Sales Director Leah Carta and National Sales Director Katrina Harris also jumped in with us. So it's going to be such a power-packed weekend, October 17th to the 19th. And then, of course, we have some amazing makeup artists with us also, too. So your $195 registration includes 5 meals. And let me just tell you, they grow their own vegetables there. It's a beautiful location, great food. You're going to love it. But we have 5 meals and all your conferences and handouts. Now, I want you to notice down here, it says go to the gratitude area.pink. That is my website, and you're going to hit the events tab, and the hotel link is on there and all the information. So you have 5 meals. Now we start on Friday with a director's meeting. I'm wearing the national shirt. There's also one that says director for directors. But we have a directors meeting from 1 to 3. And then on Friday, all consultants and everybody else will check in registration from 3 to 5. And our program starts at 5:30 on Friday. On Saturday, we're having a fun event called Nashville Nights to honor our leadership conference this next year in Nashville, Tennessee. So bring your cowboy boots, bring some cowboy outfits. It's going to be super fun. Nashville Nights will be on Saturday. And then on Sunday, we end approximately 11:30 in the morning. And you can take off, or you can just stay an extra night. Some people come in Thursday night, whatever you want to do. I don't want you to miss this, but we have amazing training. Now, if you're not a red jacket, there are special red jacket classes and also recognition. So please make sure you contact your director and get all the information. You do not want to miss this event. It is the best part of the year is coming to retreat. And it's great to get together with your girlfriends and learn. So much education will be poured into you, motivation, training, all kinds of things, and you're going to have a blast. So I can't wait to see you. Please make sure you get registered soon. We are almost half filled already at both of our retreats, both in the California one and the Texas one too. So please make sure you go on and not only register, but make your deposit so that you're in. Okay. I look forward to seeing you all at beautiful Cambridge.
Yay. Thank you, Melanie, for sharing that. Okay.
I was muted.
Sorry, I know I unmuted I was muted and turned my camera off so it streamed better. So I want to welcome you all to Tuesday Night Live. I would love for you to put in the chat what's been going on in your business. I would love to know. We want to know. Lori, Melanie, and I want to know, what were your sales this last week? Put in your sales. How many new faces did you pamper this week? Sales faces, team members. How many shares did you have? Maybe you shared the opportunity with 1, 2, 3, 5 people. And did anybody join your team? We would love to see it because we want to cheer you on. So please type in your activity for the week. And it's about you stretching. Remember, we talked about the comfort zone at 6 o'clock, the early training. So, what can you do? What are you willing to do? So type in your sales, number of faces, new team members. We will do a quick recap at the end of the meeting for that. So congratulations to each and every one of you. I want to do a shout out to Lisa, who I know did a party out of town somewhere. She went to Reading or something. And then Hilda went to Southern California and she did a party. So you guys are selling, like, not locally, but you're going all over God's green earth doing the product, which is what this is all about. So please type in the chat your sales. Both Lisa I know is commuting, so I don't know. I think she's already on here, but let us know what your activity has been. I greatly appreciate that. The next thing I want to do is recognize anybody who is also added a team member and moved up. Possibly, maybe you went from a senior consultant of 1 or 2 to 3, which is your red jacket. So keep us going. Janine had a $477 day with reorders. Don't you guys love that when that kind of thing happens? It's like, wait, what? That's what is important, taking care of your customers. And remember, you guys, please use the special deals. Prior to me having those, I will tell you, it has absolutely financially impacted me. And the stuff that my customers are buying that they've never bought before, like I had a gal today buy CC cream. She said, what is that? Do I need that? And I said, well, what do you use? She goes, nothing. And I go, you don't wear anything? She goes, no, I have a lot of sun damage too. I said, oh my God, I cannot believe you don't have CC cream. She was thrilled to get it at half price. And I'm pretty sure I'll have a customer for life on that. So thank you for that. So let me turn it over to Miss Melanie. We'll recap. So keep typing in the chat, sales, faces, and we'll recap it at the end. So Miss Melanie, would you like to share with us some announcements of things coming up?
Yes, I would. And we'll move through them quickly because we have so much good stuff planned. First thing I want to just, and I'm not sure, Diane's going to throw some stuff on the screen and we'll try to follow, but tomorrow night is big. You don't want to miss it. I'm just going to hit it real quickly because we'll come back to it. But tomorrow night is Janice is having our holiday workshop. And this is going to be so fun. These 2 gals from Court of Achievers they're sisters and they're just so entertaining, and you're going to learn a lot and you're going to find out, it's just going to get you excited for the holidays. So don't forget that. And you can bring a guest. It doesn't have to be just consultants. Then Thursday, and it will be in Spanish. Thank you. Thursday, we have Julia Burnett for the sharing. And I don't know anything about her, but I know she's fabulous because otherwise Janice would not have asked her to come speak to us. So this is another thing where you would like to have a guest on there. Let's see, there's a couple things. We have double credit going on this week. That was a big surprise that the company threw at us, and we can each get up to $1,000 of retail credit this month. So, you know, you want to make sure you do that. But it's limited. It ends Friday. And don't wait till the last minute. You want to make sure you get that order in tomorrow at the latest, because Friday, the computer's going to be a zoo. So don't wait till the last minute. Let's see. The other
And
thing
Melanie,
that
can I just add one thing really quick?
sure.
So you guys, here's a visual example. If somebody orders 600, normally the retail credit is 1,200. It will be 2,200 as long as your order is between the 22nd and the 29th. So these just kind of give you some examples. And then Melanie, are you running a certain promotion?
I do not have a promotion, but my people aren't on here right now, so I don't know what you guys
Okay,
have
well, we'll
running.
just show
Feel
this
free to
anyway. So
share it.
this is
Yeah.
so basically at 300 wholesale this whole time, you get free shipping and you get samples of section 2 and the fall catalog. Then if you go to 500, you get all of that, free shipping, the catalog, section 2, but you also get a new fall product that we can't tell you what it is. At 600, you get 2 free products plus the catalog plus the samples. At 1,000 or more, you get 3 products in the section 2 in the catalog. It's during this week. We had no idea the company was doing this. So for those of you who placed orders earlier in the month, go, well, why didn't you tell me? We didn't know. Trust me, Janice didn't even know. Janice sent me a text at like 6 o'clock in the morning. She goes, you need to call me. And I'm like, it's 6 o'clock in the morning. I didn't look at my phone till like 6:45. And I was like, what? She's like, I don't know if I understand this correct, but I think it's double credit for a week. So it was a really, really big deal.
Yep.
So that is what's going on this week. It ends on Friday. So you guys do not want to miss out on that.
Yep. And if you are on my team or are in my unit, I'll honor that because I think that's a great idea. So the other thing is the star quarter ends on the 15th of September. So if you are not a star yet, or if you're not, you need to know how much you need to finish your star or how much you need to get to the next level of star. Your director will certainly help you with that. And yeah, and if you had 600 wholesale last month, don't miss 600 wholesale this month because you need both of those to get the adorable packed party prize earrings. So 600 last month, 600 this month is going to get you those earrings and work you towards the consistency prize. I think Diane probably has a picture of them because they're super cute. Yeah, there they are. And you know that looks kind of small, but they're not. This is one of the where the picture does not do the prize justice. They're super cute, and we got to see them at Seminar Plus, provided you become a star as well, which if you're doing 600 wholesale a month, you should be a star without any problem. You get 400 extra star credits. And we also have, Janice has a star, the biggest ever national star party is coming up. And I know
It's
there's
in here somewhere.
Yep, I know it's in there. And you said you had a date for it. Janice finally gave us a date for it. So,
And I can look that up on my phone right now. Hold on one second.
But yeah, there's going to be multiple nationals there. They're going to be giving away prizes. And, you know, Janice is just right in there with that because she wants all of that good stuff for us. And I'm seeing a few more of you putting your stuff in the chat. So keep doing that. Put your sales in your faces and your any sharing appointments you've had or new team members. We want to congratulate you on that. So I see that more of you are putting that in. That's awesome. Did I miss anything from here as well? Prizes. Yeah, and the main thing is you definitely want to be a star this month or this quarter because this is the first quarter of the seminar year and there is a prize for being a star all 4 quarters. And if you miss this month, it's done. So you don't want to do that. And Diane has given us all kinds of ideas on how to make sure that we are a star this quarter. So we definitely don't
Okay,
want
let me go back in here to
miss.
Facebook and refresh this. I think they're all on here now.
Okay.
Well,
I
the
know
problem with
sometimes
Meta, for some reason, I keep
they
posting
move
things.
around. Yeah,
Like keep posting things and they take things off, which is very frustrating. But
they move them around. I find it very annoying myself. So,
okay, so let me pull this up really, really quick, and we will show the star party. So set your computer. Wow, set your alarm for Sunday, September 21st, 4 o'clock. It is going to be one of the largest star parties with Kristen Sharp, Kim McClure, and Janice True. That's like literally Larry, Curly, and Moe. Like you will be inspired, you will be entertained. They're funny. It's going to be an amazing
yeah,
star experience. There's going to be multiple prizes. Your director will be entering your name. There's going to be 3 private coaching calls, like all kinds of stuff. And this is for just the people who do 1,800 wholesale during the quarter. So set your alarm now or set it on your date book. Don't make any other plans on Sunday, 4 o'clock California time, 6 Texas time, 7 East Coast time on Sunday, the September 21st.
awesome. Thank you, Diane. And I want to move on because I told you we were coming back to that holiday thing. Oh, there's the
Oh,
earrings. Aren't
thank
those
you for
cute?
I just had to show
posting.
those earrings again because I just think they're so
Yes,
adorable.
Yeah.
they're darling.
And I didn't know, I actually looked up this packed party. It's like, what is that? And you know that cute confetti bag, cosmetic bag that we got
Mhm.
for a prize? Like, that's made by this same company. And if you look, they have all kinds of super cute accessories. That's just what they do. And all kinds of theme stuff. But Mary Kay actually, they've done this just for Mary Kay. So this packed party is kind of a big deal. And Mary Kay has a special contract with them for us to have some exclusive packed party stuff. So I think it's pretty cool.
Nice. Well, Lisa's not able to share tonight, so I'll have her share next week. But Lori, why don't you
Okay.
go ahead and take it away with your next thing?
Hey, so I was just going to piggyback on to tomorrow night because it's perfect timing because and Melanie said, no, it's not just for consultants, really, really. You want to get your clients on there. You want their opinion. And I love this flyer. We can all take this flyer and let's see, Diane, is that on boards now?
It is currently on boards and I'm posting it as we speak to Facebook.
Fabulous. So you can take this flyer and send it to all your clients, and you can just say, we're really looking for opinions. You could say, I'm looking for opinions because I'm trying to get a feel for what I'm going to need for the holidays. And your opinion is very important to me. So I would love to have you come on and join us. And as I believe always, there will be prizes given. I don't see that
Yes.
on. Okay, yeah. Okay. So and Diane has a brilliant, brilliant text message that you can put with this flyer. And so it will help you figure out what you want to pre-order. And your client can even pre-buy. So that's a really great idea. And let's see, as we all know, it's a numbers game. The more you ask, the more you will be assured that, you want to always try to confirm twice as many as you want to have there. And you can even offer, a special gift for your own people being on, a free mascara or a free sample or just anything. And now let's see, how can we get the well anyway,
Well, what if they tell you, I'd really love to do that, but I can't be there on Wednesday night?
Oh, thank you, Melanie. That is such a good question. So here's what you can do. You can say, I'm so sorry. However, guess what? I am going to have a private showing just for, people like you who can't jump on. And then jump on Zoom. And now, Diane, I don't know if yours was going to be open to other people, maybe not. But you know what? Every single one of you has the ability to use Zoom for 40 minutes free.
Yep.
So you can all do that. Some of you like Facebook Live, you can do that. You can even meet with people and show them. You can show them. So as soon as it's shown to us tomorrow night, usually as soon as it's downloaded, we can, it's posted on Janice's YouTube and we can pull it up and you can offer something to your clients. So thank you, Melanie, for that.
I'm in the process of copying and pasting both Melanie's and my text messages so that I can put them in the chat.
Thank you. You can always use the excuse of I'm in a contest. Is there any reason why I couldn't count on you to be one of my opinions? I'm trying to get at least 5 opinions, and I would love one to be you. So that's another way to do it. But the more people you have on, just truly the better idea you will have of how much and what you want to invest in. And this will help with double credit.
Yes.
If you haven't gotten all your double credit order in, and you will know what to order by Friday. Friday is it.
Okay, Lisa, can I interject for just a second, Lori? So here's one sample text. Now, I'm not saying that now these need a lot more emojis, but you guys can read that one. That's a sample text that might sound like you. You don't want to sound like it's not you, right? But whether you want to, depending on, you could take either one of these, and Melanie and I put these together earlier. These might be something that you could utilize. They're both a little different. Unable to send, file due to whatever. No, they sent the file. So the first one basically just says, hey, would you love a Kate Spade or MK gift for giving me your feedback? Well, I need to get the opinion of 5 women on the new holiday gifts tomorrow on Zoom. All you do is watch and tell me what your favorites are, so I'll have a better idea of what's going to be popular. Of course, no obligation. We're giving away $400 of Kate Spade and MK goodies. If you don't win one of those, I promise you a free mascara. Would you watch and be one of my 5? And so how many people, you guys just type in the chat, how many people do you think you would have to ask to get 5 people to say yes? How many people would you need to send that to have 5 say, yes, you can count on me? And if 5 say, yes, you can count on me, not 5 are going to jump on. The cat will get sick, someone will get a flat tire, whatever. So type in the chat, how many people do you think you need to send this to get 5 people to jump on? Melanie says 15, Connie says 10 to 15, Debbie says 10. Okay, so you guys realize it's a number game. Now, the other text option is I'm looking for some expert opinions to help me decide how to stock my holiday boutique. I think that's a great opening. Tomorrow, we're having a Zoom with tons of holiday gift ideas. And your input would be so helpful to me. Would you be willing to hop on? Now, if it were me, I would take off how long it is, because when they sound like 45 minutes, it's so fast paced and so fun. They don't even realize they're on for 45 minutes. So I would say, would you be willing to hop on a Zoom? It'll be entertaining. At the end of the Zoom, there will be a prize drawing. If your name isn't drawn, I'll have a gift for you as a thank you. Can you help me out? So whatever you want to do, maybe take both of those, copy and paste them, and come up with your own text, because that's going to be part of tonight's challenge. Hilda says 20 people. Janine says 2 or 3 times. Exactly. So if you guys want to do the challenge for tomorrow and have 5 people on, I would say send it out to 20. Because here's what's cool. This was the whole thing that Melanie and Lori just mentioned about having a private showing. This event is tomorrow. It's at a time that Janice is doing it. It's at 6 o'clock. If your guest says I'm available at 7, well, that's not an option, because the Zoom is at 6 o'clock. But if you want to do another night, and you can say, oh, well, and I wouldn't tell them this unless Wednesday is not an option, because you want them to get into the drawing for the Kate Spade and the big giveaways. But if I texted Lori and she was my customer and she texted me back and said, oh, Diane, we have back to school night tomorrow night. I'd love to help you, but I'm going to be at my kid's school. And I'd say, that's okay, Lori. I really value your opinion. So I'm having a private showing on Thursday at 7:45 my time. Could you jump on that? Because you can fast forward the first 2 or 3 minutes of Janice. And then when it comes to all the giveaways, that's like 10 minutes long. Take that all out. You could have your own giveaway. You could say, well, I'm even going to have a giveaway. If you guys want to give up a roll-up bag, a $36, a $38 beautiful roll-up, show a roll-up bag and say, well, I'm going to give one of these away at the end tonight. Give away a roll-up bag. Give away a $25 Mary Kay gift certificate. They could spend on whatever they want. I'd rather get them hooked on more products. So you could give away a set of satin hands, whatever. But you could have your own private showing on Thursday. Why Thursday? It's still double credit, people. So if you had people jump on what you say, so let's say I had Lisa on here. Lisa's an accountant and she sees the whatever. Let's say she sees the satin lips cutely merchandised or whatever they're going to show. And she says, oh, Diane, I want to order 10 of those for staff gifts. And I say, perfect, Lisa. I just need a 50% deposit now, the rest on delivery. So she's like, okay, great. What's 50%? And so I get money right away so that I can order those. Those could be on part of your order for double credit. So keep in mind, we just posted, and I think Lori already showed it to you. We posted the additional guest flyer, right?
You showed it. You
Yeah,
were going to show it.
we showed you the guest flyers both on boards and on Facebook, but it says holiday test panel. Be the first to preview holiday products, gift ideas, and packaging before the launch. Your feedback helps shape what's offered this season. And I tell them, based on what my 5 friends give me feedback, that's going to determine what I order. This last year was one of my biggest sellers. These footsie rolls. The problem is all my customers got super excited about them last year, so I got to put a slightly different spin on them this year. But those still make my number 1 gift by volume. Just because everyone's like, what a cute girlfriend gift. You meet a girlfriend for lunch during the holidays and you hand her a footsie roll. She's like, wait, what? Because it's cute, it's creative, it's whimsical. So tomorrow night is going to be epic. I bet we have 500 people on tomorrow night. But remember, half of those are going to be Mary Kay people. So just because you're going to think, well, my guess isn't going to win. How do you know? Somebody's guess has got to win. Janice is giving away $400 worth of stuff. Does anyone have any questions on tomorrow's holiday event? Thank you, everybody, for putting your 2 cents in. Janine, 2 to 3 people, 2 to 3 times. Hilda says 20. Debbie says 10. Connie says 10 to 15. Melanie says 15. So yeah, you got to put it. So take those 2 text samples. If those don't sound like you or you want to edit them, if you've got something better that's working, please send it to me so I can send it out because that's how this business works. Okay. Anyone have questions for Lauren?
I just would like to add one other thing, and that is both for the double credit and for the star. If you really, really need money so you can put in your order, you can always sell your either star certificates or you could sell a pre-holiday boutique gift certificate. You sell it to them for 100, but when they bring it to your boutique, they get 125 or 135 worth for, so in other words, you're getting some of their holiday investment in your pocket right away.
Great. Do you guys all understand what Lori just said? Because that's really, so Kathy Caliber, one of our area directors, she's brilliant at this and she wants cash in hand. So she's saying to her customers, now you wouldn't do this with somebody you just met on the street because they're not going to hand you their money. Let's be real. But with your family, friends, and customers, you can say to them, oh my gosh, Lori, guess what I'm doing? I'm only doing it for 2 more days until Friday or 3 more days till Friday. You can purchase $100 gift certificate and it has 100 and whatever value, 125, 130, $135 value when you spend it with me. Now they don't redeem it with someone else. They spend it with you, but you get $100 cash. And then when they spend it, it would be like if you went into Macy's and Macy's says, well, you spend 100, but you're going to get a $135 gift card from Macy's. It's like, or Costco or whatever. I would do that in a heartbeat. They're going to give me $25, $30, $35 for free. So Kathy Calibro printed out her star certificates and they have a higher face value than what she's charging. So that's another great way. So Lori, thank you for sharing that because that, you guys, if you had 5 people take advantage of that, just 5, that's going to net you $500 cash and that's going to guarantee you a sale because they're going to spend that money. If you say it doesn't expire till December 31st, and I'm sure you'll be able to spend it at my holiday boutique or whatever you want to do. You can also have it not expired. It doesn't matter when they spend it. But I'm telling you those star certificates are a brilliant idea. Anything else, Lori, that you or Melanie want to mention about that?
Just some people are going to get on this and they're going to listen to Janice and they're going to watch these 2 gals show how to wrap and show our cute products. And they're going to think, I could do that. Why don't I just join your team?
Mm-hmm.
And so don't forget that.
So Melanie, so if you were inviting me on, what seed could you plant let's say you send me the text and I go, okay, I'll watch it for you. What would you, let's say you call me, what would you say to me to kind of plant that seed? Totally putting you on the spot.
Well, I think you might, have you thought about shopping for yourself? I mean, they could be doing this just for their own personal use. So you might even find something you want, and you could get your own things at a discount. I mean, that would be a small thing, but also, are you looking for cash for the holidays? A lot of people are. I would say most people would rather have
An
cash
all, I call it an all cash
than
Christmas. I
credit.
don't like to use the word
Yeah,
Christmas, but an all cash holiday.
they would rather be making some money that they could spend than putting it all on a credit card that they're going to be paying on till next Christmas probably.
So Lori, what would you, so thank you for that, Melanie. Lori, what would you say to me if I was a customer of yours and you wanted to plant the seed about jumping on tomorrow, but maybe just plant that seed? It's kind of like the flight attendant saying, would you like to be a flight attendant? You're looking at her like, no, I'm on my way to Hawaii with my family. Like, why are you talking to me? And she's like, well, just watch what I do. I think you'd be great. Even though you blow her off, guess what you do the entire flight? You watch what she does. So Lori, what would you say to me before tomorrow night's event?
I would just say, just watch and see if it looks fun to you, because a lot of people need extra money during fall and holiday. We don't have to say all, because people have birthdays in the fall,
Right.
and there's Thanksgiving, there are family gatherings. People need gifts during the fall. So, listen, because you might see some things and you might think of people in your own life and you're thinking, wow, you know, my Aunt Susan would love that. My
Mm-hmm.
cousin, Charlene would love that. And so, I mean, just take a look. And I mean, also what's always going to be important is follow up. Follow
Okay.
up.
So now I'm going to put a third thought. So let's say Melanie was my customer. I'd say, so Melanie, would it be okay with you if I threw out a crazy idea? Would you be okay? Would you listen to my crazy idea? And she'd go, sure. What's your crazy
Sure.
idea? I say, well, I know when I joined Mary Kay Cosmetics decades ago, I joined because of the 50% discount. And I just told you how much money I make, so I hope you still want to be my customer. But when you jump on tomorrow night, not only do I want your opinion, but I'd love for you to just watch, because you might be seeing all these holiday gifts going, oh man, I want to get like 4 of those and 6 of these and 2 of these for my friends and 4 of these for my cousins. And what I will tell you is our discount's 50%. And if this looks like fun, you can go any pace you want. I joined for the discount. I never thought in a million years I'd earn 17 pink Cadillacs. So you never know, but I'd love for to just ask you tomorrow when you're thinking about what 5 gifts are your favorite, because I do value your opinion. I'd love for you to think about the possibility of maybe this might be something for you. It might not be, but just maybe. Would you be open to checking that out, or at least keeping an open mind?
Absolutely.
So I'm genuine to the heart, and I'm going to plant that seed. And guess what she's going to do? She's going to go, "Oh, Diane, you're so cute." But no, it's not for me. But guess what she'll do? She'll watch the entire thing and think, "I could do what that lady did. Like I could sell 20 of those." So, all right. So you guys, there's every reason, like you said, keep a list of the people who text you back. Can't do tomorrow night. I have another. So you make a list of the 20 or 25 people you want to do, right? And as you're texting each person and personalize it, when they text you back, "Oh, it's back to school night, can't make it." Then you're going to text them back, "Well, I'm actually having a private showing for a few exclusive friends on Thursday. I'd love you to join me. Could you do 8 o'clock on Thursday night?" What else are people going to do at 8 o'clock on a Thursday night? Come on, people. Really? Like, or 8:30. Like, what else are you going to do? And chances are it's going to be about 30 minutes. By the time you take off Janice's intro and you cut off all the drawings, it's probably about 35 minutes. And it's super fast paced. Oh my God. And then all the chat section stuff is insane. So I will tell you guys, tomorrow is going to really catapult a lot of you in your business. It really, really is. All right. So is it my turn? All right. So let's
Did
go.
Sandy have a question? I saw a hand go like this.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Do we have a question? Does somebody have a comment or question?
I do have a question, because when you talk about a private showing, my thought was, what if you go through the scripts and all that, and then they can't go? Can you just refer them to the recording? and do it that way.
Exactly.
I don't know how to do a private showing, so to speak, of what you're
Okay,
talking
so a
about.
private showing would be you jump on Zoom because you can get Zoom for free for 40 minutes.
Right, right,
You
right.
show it to them and then you get their feed. You literally pause it and then get their feedback.
So you're going to share your screen just like we do when we share a video at the
Oh, okay,
beginning.
got it,
Yeah.
got it.
And if somebody needs to borrow my Zoom, just let me know and I'll give you my Zoom password or whatever. So the other option with Sandy would be is you could give somebody the recording, but what I find is that are they the kind of person that would be accountable? Like if Susie Smith said to me, "Oh, Don, I'll watch it for you," and I know Susie Smith and she's been a client and I trust her. I say, "Great, Susie, can I send you the recording? And how soon can you get back to me on your feedback? I can't wait to hear from you. Text me in an hour what you thought."
Or like you offer them a special gift certificate.
Yeah, well, I'm going to give them all a free mascara just for jumping on. So, or a free lipstick, whatever you want. I just want them, especially if they're not on our mascara or on our lipstick. I want to do that. But yeah, you can absolutely do that. I would, but I'm going to say to them because I don't want them dragging this out. I say, well, I need your feedback by tomorrow, by Thursday night. Is that a possibility? That way you still get your free mascara. If they say, well, I don't have time to watch till Saturday, it's like, okay, well, you can still send it to them, but I'm going to give them a gift if it's done during double credit because I need to know what they're going to pick. Does that sort of make sense?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
And
All
the
right.
other thing is that if they're watching with you, like you're side by side in a Zoom and sharing the screen and watching it together, that's going to be a little different because some people will like put it on and go feed the dog or wash the
Multitask.
dishes or whatever, and they may not really be. I mean, you would really want to be specific. What do I really need to know what are your top 5 things, um, or whatever you're asking them for, because you want to get
Right,
something from them for that
right.
gift that you're
Immediate,
giving
well,
them.
and immediately.
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
think Melanie brought up a good point. Like if I said to Melanie, I can't do Wednesday or Thursday, but I really want to give you my opinion. I'm just tied up both nights. Then Melanie could say, so Diane, here's the deal. This is why this event's really important to me, is I'm going to place my order on Friday. And I know what I like. Like I like satin lips or I like whatever. But I don't want to order just what I like. I want to order what my clients like. And so I want an unjaded opinion. I want an unbiased. It's like somebody, if it's your favorite restaurant, you order the same dinner every time. I want someone who's never eaten off the menu to look at the menu and go, okay, well, I would pick this. So what your top five are really important to me. There's not a right or wrong answer. I just really value your opinion. And I think when you personalize it like that, they're going to go, man, I don't want to disappoint her. Like your opinion really makes a big difference to me. It's going to help me know what to get.
Mhm.
So it's
Okay.
validating other people.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
You're very, very welcome. All right, so let's go back to something. I want to just share with you just a little minute about this. Now, I've personally called and talked to some of you about retreat and hear my heart on this. I know you can't go to everything. I get it. I know that some of you had an opportunity to go to seminar, which was in North Carolina. Not everybody financially could do it or had the time off work or whatever. This is local, ladies. This is in Cambria. This will be our last time in Cambria because you have to do a huge volume to book the place. Because Janice has got all these other national areas in here. There's 3 other national areas in addition to ours. So we are able, and a ton of people from Go Give. Believe me, I'd say probably half the room is going to be Go Give. Because of that, we're able to book this. We will not be back at Cambridge. So this is the one and done. It starts on Friday night. So I would just either start coughing on Thursday and let them know you're not going to be there on Friday, or tell them you have a female related procedure. You say, I have a female related thing on Friday the 17th. I won't be at work. They're not legally allowed to ask what your female related thing is. Okay. You're not lying to them. It is a
Female
female related
related,
thing.
isn't it?
It is a female related thing. And then it ends on the 19th. So if you've got obligation with family and stuff, when it ends at 11:30, we sometimes grab a super fast lunch and we beat feet and we literally head back to home, which is about 4-hour drive. But when you're in when you're in your car, you're talking and you're excited with everybody. The classes are off the chart. The food, honest to God, and I'm a foodie, it is farm to table. It is amazing. But the training, Brittany's going to train. She's a new young national. Lindsay Creamer, when she joined Mary Kay, Brittany had just gone in and said, "Oh my God, I just won that car outside. Would you like a facial?" And she was her waitress at a coffee shop. Who would have ever thought she'd become? I mean, so you guys, and Leah Carter was at the time she became a national, was the youngest national in the entire company. So and Katrina is a rock star. So these are people, and then these are the two, this is like freaking frack on our Wednesday nights with makeup. So you guys, the training is going to be unbelievable. The sales court rings will be there, the diamond bees. The Sunday is all on holiday training. So here's the deal. I really, really want you to go. Like, have a garage sale, do whatever you got to do. Call me, tell me you want to go. We'll put you in a room, we'll get it figured out. But it's about 90% sold out right now. There's very, very, very few rooms and space left, but you can still go. So just text your director and say, okay, I really want to go. If you want to take your business to the next level, in my opinion, this is a must. Yes, I love seminar and I love the big picture, but this to me is my favorite event. It's the intimacy. Like, let's say Brittany teaches a class and she teaches something that you aren't quite sure about. You literally can go up to her at any of the meals and go, Brittany, could you explain that to me? And she'll go, sure, sit down. And she'll, like, it's literally that hands-on. Any of the nationals, any of the teachers, any of the speakers, it's really, really amazing. So, and now there's also red jacket classes. So let's say you're not a red jacket yet. You have until October 17th to get into red. Gang, you all know 3 people who want an all cash holiday. I just talked to a consultant today. I said, well, how would it be to have all cash for the holiday season? She goes, that would be flipping amazing. I said, okay, so what would that look like? How much money do you need to have an all cash Christmas? I use Christmas because I know she's a Christian and celebrates Christmas. But do you know what I'm saying? So the ideas, I am not good at coming up with original ideas, but I'm phenomenal at copying ideas. So when I saw the footsie roll, I'm like, I can run with that. And I did. Last year, I had a young girl come over and I think we made 70 of them, 70 footsie rolls. And I think I sold all but like 4 or 5. Like, that was my signature gift last year. So I don't come up with these ideas, but I'm great at copying them. So you will see more ideas. And when I took pictures at Cambria, my clients didn't know those weren't mine. I posted all those pictures and says, look what I can do for you. I had no idea how to wrap most of them, but I posted them and like, look at, this is my holiday shopping. I was not deceptive. I didn't say I didn't wrap it. I'll say, it's like, I'll figure it out. This is going to be an amazing event, you guys. So just talk to your director and just say, okay, what do I need to do to make this happen? Does that make sense? Does anybody have any questions on that? All right. So the next thing I want to share with you, you guys know how much we all love Karen Rydell and her training. So I'm going to share with you, how many of you guys always would love a little bit more training on overcoming objections? Like, so when they say to me, I'm too busy to book a party, or I'm too busy to join your team, or, oh, I'm not the sales type. And you're like, well, I'm not in the sales type either. Wouldn't you love a way to be able to maybe have a comeback for that? So this very short 8-minute video, 6-minute video is going to share a little bit. You're going to want to have a piece of paper and get ready, because I'm going to share this video with you, and it's on overcoming objections, not just team building objections, but also objections when somebody says, like the test panel, like, right, the skincare test panel. If they go, oh, I don't know if I have time. And instead of you going, oh, okay, and you walk away, no. You don't walk away. You come back with a comment.
Hi, welcome to Mary Kay Strong. Today, we're talking about overcoming objections. Now, we're going to be looking at objections with team building, but honestly, the training that I'm going to share with you today, you can apply towards selling as well. I just want to start out by saying that objections are normal. You know, think about when you started your Mary Kay business. Were you nervous about saying yes? Were you anxious? Were you thinking about all the things that you couldn't do? Overcoming objections is such a natural part of this conversation. But the thing that makes me so sad is when I see consultants who talk to somebody about the business and they say, would you ever be interested? And she says, no, this isn't for me. And then the consultant just drops it. And you have to step in. This is how I describe overcoming objections. It's like you're standing in the gap for her. You're over here in the pink world, in the pink bubble. She's over here, nervous and fearful. You're holding on to both hands and you're saying, come on, trust me. I'm going to show you. You're standing in the gap for her because you believe in her and you know what she doesn't know. So when I'm having a conversation about the business, and if you listen to my earlier video about how to do the conversation, the career check conversation, then when I ask her where she is on a scale of 1 to 4, she might say, I'm a 2. She might say, I'm a 1. And I always say, tell me, what's holding you back from being a 4? And that's where I find out what's really stopping her. I just don't think I could do this. I just don't know enough people. I'm not a salesperson. I don't want to be pushy. I don't know what people will think about me. These are all very normal objections. But what she doesn't know is that they are normal and that you probably had some of those, or maybe one of your other team members had those same objections. So for years, I learned how to overcome an objection with 3 easy words: feel, felt, found. Girl, I know how you feel. I felt the same way. I just knew I wasn't going to be able to sell. But you know what I found is that I got so much great education and training from my mentor that she really showed me how to just share the products, and the products sold. Maybe she says, I just don't know anybody. Girl, I know how you feel. I've had a lot of team members who have felt the same way you did. But what they found was they really knew way more people than they thought. They just weren't thinking about people that they worked with before or people they grew up with. And there's so many different ways that we help you meet people. And there's so many people that you know right now that you're just not thinking of. So I promise you, the education and the training you're going to get are really going to help you learn how to put together a list of potential prospects for your customer base. Any objection. I'm such an introvert. I'm so scared. Girl, I know how you feel. There's a lot of people that have felt the same way that you're feeling right now. And what they found was this is a safe place to grow. This is a safe place for any type of woman. It's always feel, felt, found, because it's an empathizing conversation. The thing is, you do know how she feels. Even if you didn't have that exact fear, you can relate, right? And so I'm asking you to not just say, okay, well, if you change your mind, let me know. I'm asking you to step in to that uncomfortable place and help her by overcoming that objection and helping her see it from a different perspective. When you're nervous, everything looks so overwhelming. And really think about it this way. The easiest thing is to not make a choice to say yes, because then nothing changes. Now, that's the bad part, because then nothing changes. There's no extra income. There's no increased freedom and flexibility. There's no fabulous new girlfriends and an empowering place to grow. But if they say no, they don't have to step out of their comfort zone. So of course, no is the easiest decision because nothing changes. But I just say, girl, what do you got to lose for $30 to just dip your toes in and test it out and just see what happens? If it's not for you, it's not for you. But what if it is? I like to share my story, and I talk about how my former recruiter, or my former sister-in-law, who was my recruiter, asked me 4 times before I said yes. I was convinced it wasn't for me. I was convinced I was not a Mary Kay kind of girl. I was convinced I didn't know how to sell, and I was convinced that I had no idea how to put on makeup. But what I found was all of those things were lies I was believing. Because the truth is, I do know how to wear makeup now. I learned. I do know how to sell because I learned how to share. I know how to do this business because I stepped out on faith. And so overcoming objections is really helping somebody step out on faith. So when you don't lean into overcoming the objection, you stop the process of her changing her life. You know, I used to say that every person should have to be a Mary Kay consultant for 1 year because you grow so much, you learn so much, you experience so much. I think it should be a law that everyone has to be a Mary Kay consultant. Kidding, but you get what I'm saying. There's so many good things that come from just trying this. And so I'm asking you, don't just give in to the objection and say, well, if you change your mind, call me. Step into that uncomfortable place and tell her why you believe in her. Tell her what you see in her that you think will make her successful. Overcoming objection, it's a natural part of any selling conversation. People are always going to have an objection. It's your job to step in and let her see it from a different perspective and give her some of your belief. Let her borrow your belief and watch how overcoming that objection could really and truly change her life. Okay, it's time to box your director. Tell her what you learned about objections. Tell her how.
Oh my goodness,
Sorry, I
that
was
is
muted.
so much about the maybe she needs me. It's not about you, it's about her.
Yep. So what did you guys learn? Either just unmute super quick. We only have a minute or two, but tell me what was your greatest takeaway from what you just heard? Anybody go ahead and unmute yourself?
You really want to pass on the thought that to help her believe what did I say? Help her borrow my belief in her. So
Exactly.
I don't say that really. You think it that she'd be really good, but you never really tell her exactly what it is that's so special about her.
And you can even say that to her, Sandy. You can even say, you know what, borrow my belief in you. What else?
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing that, Sandy. What else did you guys hear?
And help her to overcome and see it from a different perspective.
Right.
Because when we say we're too busy, I don't know anybody, I'm not the sales type, those are all excuses that we're just telling ourselves. Nobody's got extra time. I don't know anyone who's sitting around knitting because they have nothing else to do. Like, come on, people. Seriously. Okay, what about the rest of you? What did you hear? Hilda, I can see you're smiling up there. What did the rest of you hear? What's the one thing that Karen said to you?
Oh, I heard the three words, the three F's, I'm going to call them: the feel, the felt, and the found. When she was explaining it, they're kind of like she said, three words of encouragement. I like that.
Yeah, because I think you can, then all of a sudden she'll feel like you say, you know what? I know how you feel. Because man, when I came into Mary Kay, I didn't want to talk to people either. It was like, oh, yikes, I'm scared to talk to people. But what I found was the more I practiced, the better I got, or whatever. So Debbie, thank you for sharing that. I appreciate that. Anybody
Hi.
else? What was your
Um,
takeaway?
just basically be, genuinely empathetic, because those are probably, feelings that we originally felt as well, that we overcame. And so you kind of, when you say the three F's, you kind of like, showing that empathy towards their feeling, and, kind of like how she was like, yeah, I felt that, that way too. So it's kind of like, I've been there before.
Yep.
Yep.
And you're validating them. So you're not saying, well, why do you feel that way? Nobody else does. You're saying, yeah, I felt that way too. But it was a past thing. So I know how you feel. I felt that way too, but I've changed. I've grown, and
I always tell people this is one of the safest places to grow for self-development. If you want, and if people say to me, Don, I'm really, really shy, I'm not like you. I'm like, okay, well, first of all, I don't want someone like me. And if you'd see me when I joined Mary Kay, I didn't do one-on-one facials because I didn't want to talk to people. I only did people in groups of two so they'd talk to each other. Like I literally would not do a single facial by itself because if they talked to me, I didn't know what I was going to say, but if they had their friend there, they would talk to their friend. So I told them that I was obligated, that they were required to bring a friend or something. I don't remember what I told them, but yeah. Okay, anybody else? What else did you hear? Anyone else? One of the things I loved is, and this goes to even in with selling. So if you've got a sales background or whatever, is that when people say, "Oh, no, thank you," or I'm just too busy to have a facial, or I don't really have time for that right now, and say, or I'm not the sales type, or whatever they're going to throw at you, instead of saying, "Oh, okay, I know you can't come tomorrow night. I'll let you know when the next one is." Well, good luck getting her on the phone again. Instead, I'd say, you know what? Do you know how important you are? Your opinion is to me. Like I really honestly value your opinion. So if tomorrow night's not going to work for you, I just want you to know that you do matter to me, and I'd love to have you, check this material out and give me your opinion. Um, or do people say, Don, I don't know, I'm not very confident, or I'm scared to talk to people, or whatever? I'd say, do you want to always be that way? I will almost always come back with a question. Well, what if they say, well, I'm not going to be successful? What if you were? Like, how do you know? I swore I'd never drive a pink Cadillac. Like literally said I would never drive a pink Cadillac. I thought they were gaudy. I don't think so now, obviously. But you know what I'm saying? Like and so when they say to me, "Oh, I don't know, Diane, I can't book a party for you right now. I'm really busy." Okay, who is not busy? But I don't say that to them, and but listen to what they said, and you can use the feel felt found. I totally get it. I know how you feel. There are times when I feel like I'm spinning 10 plates and juggling five oranges all at the same time. I get it. But what I'm asking for is what if we could slow our lives down for just an hour to play? Pause our life for an hour for some self-care. You can't tell me that there's not a woman out there that would love to unplug her life for an hour. Right. So anyway, I hope you guys really, really enjoyed Karen's little things. So just in wrapping things up, one of the things I want to talk to you guys about is this test panel. Now, I talked to several of you today, and here's what I heard from almost all of you. Oh my God, I'm so busy. Like between school, kids, work, blah, blah, whatever. Everybody's like, would you guys all agree who has got like more stuff going on than they know what to do with, right? And so what I'm going to share with you is that, okay, so double credit ends in 3 days. What if you work smart and not hard? By that I mean, I'm just going to pick on Lisa because her name happens to be in the middle of my screen. Um, what if Lisa said, okay, so I've got my commute tomorrow, I've got a 10-hour workday. How many people could I get on the virtual event? The virtual event doesn't cost you anything. We, the directors, pay for it. If your guests get giveaways, or if they see all these other people winning Kate Spade and stuff, they're going to have fun. If you offer them a free mascara, it is worth your $9. First of all, you're going to get her hooked on Mary Kay mascara. First of all. So if you give her a free mascara for having 5 people on, it'll come back to 100-fold. They'll say, when's your next event? And say, well, gosh, Lisa, since you had so much fun last night, have you ever thought about doing something like this on the side? I mean, it's a great segue to sharing the opportunity. So if you're busy and you want to do more in your business, are you guys tapping into those events? We put in the chat, if you scroll up, and I'll stay on for a minute, copy and paste those into an email. Like literally take both of those scripts and just because one of those you can morph it into the other and figure out which one sounds more like you. Those are just some suggestions. And send it out with the flyer for the event, the guest event flyer, not the one that Janice sends out because it's not guest related. The other one is I want your opinion. But you guys, what if you got 10 people on tomorrow? Now, if you have more than 3 people, you get a prize from your director. But what if you had 5 or 6 or 7 people on tomorrow? I would tell you, even if you're at work or you're at your kids' back to school night, I'd log in just so they can see you're logged in. Your picture's off, your camera's off. They have no idea that you're at your kid's school. You can still log in, right? Even if you're not on. It lets your guests know that you're on. Make sure you coach your guests and tell them to type that I'm a guest of Lisa Yang. Okay, because otherwise they're going to type in, I'm so excited I'm here. Well, that doesn't get them in the drawings, people. So they got to type in their name. And even if there are 400 or 500 people on tomorrow, it's going to be epic. They're going to get excited. They're either going to say, I want to buy stuff, or I want to book because I don't want to pay retail, or what does it cost to join Mary Kay? Because I could totally see myself giving holiday gifts. Now, if you're a non-seasoned consultant and you're a very, very, very part-time hobby consultant listening to this, I guarantee you jumping on tomorrow night or watching the recording, you're going to realize there is so much Mary Kay you could give as holiday gifts. Why you would even think about going to the mall to buy anything blows my mind. Between the roll-up bag, the brush set, satin lips, satin hands, there's a zillion things you can give. So you definitely want to be that. But I really want to just touch base with you just for 2 minutes about the test panel. So if you guys go back to boards, if you go to boards, there's a folder called Skincare Test Panel. When you click on this, it's going to show you the first text. Now, I'm very, this is what I sent out. Hey, Jennifer, it's Diane with Mary Kay. We just launched a 7-day skincare test panel, and I thought of you because I'd love your input. Would you like more details? Super generic. It makes them kind of go like, wait, what? It's a 7-day test panel. And you could put on here like no obligation or no strings attached or whatever. But I just said, I thought of you. I thought I'd love your input. And with that text, I send this. That's it. That's all I send them. Then if they text me back, yes, I'd love more details, I send them this and say, text or call me when you're done after you read this. And it's going to say, choose your regimen with the help of your consultant. Buy the set at half off. Use it for 7 days, pinky promise. If you love it, great. Not a fan, return it. Like super straightforward. Well, my goal is, so you guys have got to have a goal. My goal by the end of the month is to have 15 people on this test panel. Now, right now I only have 5 out. Well, tomorrow I'll have the 6th one out. So, but my goal is to have 15 people on a test panel because I want to convert all my customers to be on skincare. Now, if you aren't sure what to say and how to do this, click on this video. I made a, however long this is, 8-minute, I think it's 8 minutes, 7 minutes video on how to do the skincare test panel. You guys, I took the time to develop a step. Utilize it. What would happen if you could take all your family members, like mine at least, that had their noses in the air about, oh, I'm not going to use Mary Kay skincare. How many of you guys would like to tap into that? So what I'm going to share with you guys in closing, can you guys all see this holiday test panel? Do you guys all see that on the screen? Okay, so here's your 24-hour challenge. Your 24-hour challenge is to send this to 10 people tonight. Now, if you're an East Coast girl and you're watching this, I realize it's 10:30 at night. So don't send it tonight, but you can send it in the morning. Send this out with one of the 2 sample texts, and your goal is to get a minimum of 5 people on. So you need at least 8 or 9 to say yes to you. Okay. And you guys, double credit ends in 3 days. So I'm just going to close with a Mary Kay poem. And it's an actual Mary Kay poem called You Can Do It. You can do anything in this world you want to do if you want to do it badly enough and you're willing to pay the price. These are Mary Kay's words. Often during my childhood, I heard those words from my mother, always urging me on to greater heights. They became so firmly implanted in my mind that they became the theme of my childhood and of my life. I hope that you believe these words too. I believe that God planted the seeds of greatness within every human being, but it is said that we use only about 10% of our God given talent. Unfortunately, most of us die with our music still unplayed. Why? Perhaps because of fear and doubts about our abilities. Someone said the death of fear is in doing what you fear to do. I have found that just starting to do what you want to do is the key. Even though in the beginning you aren't sure of how you're going to do something, just start. The pieces will fall into place as you go along. When I thought of starting Mary Kay Cosmetics in 1963, I certainly was not sure how to do it. I simply started and the pieces fell into place one by one. Whatever it is you want to do, know that you can do it. Believe in yourself and start making your dream a reality. If you'd like a copy of that, let me know and I will send it to you. So just to recap really quick, I want to just do a little quick shout out. Lisa Yang had 9 new faces. Lisa, you are rocking it. And 500 in sales, 9 new faces. Good job. And then Janine had a $477 reorder. Gotta love that client. I would definitely have those people all on tomorrow night. Sandy Muller had 230 in sales and 1 new face. So congratulations for that. So you guys, I will tell you, this business is more mindset than it is skill. You ask Lori and Melanie, it's honest to God, it's 10% knowledge and skill and 90% attitude. If you think you can, you can. If you think you can't, you're right. So I just will tell you guys, we're blessed to have you on. Oh my gosh, who is this from? Hilda Banks had a reorder of 121, 142, 255, and on 8-9, 5 people, 597. She had 4 $100 days. Hilda, you already broke $1,000. Congratulations. She said $1,115. And with closing, I will share with you guys. Print this out. It's on board. They're little $10 squares and you guys start coloring in every time you sell something because that's how you're going to track your sales. You need to know how much you're selling, like any business. All right. Thanks for being on tonight, you guys. I believe in each and every one of you, and I can't wait to see you tomorrow on the holiday event. But please don't come alone. Come with your 5 friends. All right. Thanks for being on tonight, you guys.
Thank you.